I got these new headphones for Christmas,
Oh,
and
nice.
like my voice is muffled so much more. Like I can hear, or like I can hear so much less of how I'm speaking, so I don't. So hopefully that doesn't throw anything off.
Interesting. But you're free again.
I am not.
You're not. They're wired?
These are technically Bluetooth headphones, but there's something where my computer refuses to like properly connect to Bluetooth headphones. It keeps connecting to them like it's connecting to like a hands-free like phone call type thing, and the quality is just
Mhm.
shit,
Oh.
and I don't know. So I've kind of just given up at this point.
Mm.
Story of my life.
Ain't that just the way? But welcome everybody. The return of Arthur.
Howdy.
He's back and he's visible this time.
Much better.
We love to see it. How's everyone doing?
You know, yeah,
Absolutely loving the enthusiasm. I too am feeling that. I slept like garbage last night for no reason whatsoever, so I am running on caffeine and a dream.
I just got back from Ohio like a couple of hours ago after being
Rip.
gone for days. Yeah,
You
so I
mean
like
you just re-emerged from hell?
it's not that bad.
I know
But
it's
I
not, but
still
it's funny.
I still haven't like fully unpacked and done all the things that you need to do. So I'm gonna take out a restraining order against both of my cats.
Love it.
And they're part of the reason why I haven't been able to do anything in a couple hours that I've been home. Because they're like, oh, we haven't seen you in 4 days, so we must be on you at all times.
It's usually how
So
it works.
yeah, yeah.
How about you, my dude?
I didn't do anything for the holidays. Normally, we either are visiting my family in South Carolina or hosting here for her family from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but her family left and we stayed, so we had no one to spend it with. So we got to relax for Christmas.
That's kind of
I didn't have
fun.
to cook, clean, host. I didn't have to travel.
All right.
Nothing. That was my
Honestly,
gift.
that does sound kind of. Can see myself clipping. Yeah, that does sound kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I love spending the holidays with my family, but at the same time, I'm very glad to get home and just be in my own space and have control of my own time again.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel that. But I guess that kind of answers the how was everyone's holiday question that I have on the document for today. So let's go into the sub point of did anyone get any fun presents?
Hmm.
I got a, I don't want to call it an ugly Christmas sweater
Okay.
because it's not ugly. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Unfortunately, I wore it 4 days in a row, so it's washing.
Of course.
But it is a werewolf wearing a Santa hat with like Christmas lights all tangled around him, like he just
Incredible.
burst through a Christmas tree or something.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I love it. Brooks, how about
that
you?
was my highlight.
My mom proudly proclaimed that she bought me some quirky things this year,
Oh
um,
no.
which which included chopsticks that looked like two lightsabers,
Ooh,
That's kind of
and
fun.
yep, and the official Gilmore Girls cookbook. Those were her quirky items.
Okay.
Something else too. I can't remember what it was that she saw as being quirky. It's
Interesting.
yeah, it's a real mixed bag this year.
Nice. Well, my big highlight was these headphones, which are somehow even chunkier than my last pair of headphones, but supposedly, or the reason I wanted them is because they're like engineered specifically for listening to metal. Um, the sound quality is also just freaking amazing. My inaugural song for these was To the Hellfire by Lorna Shore, and I'm pretty sure my brain melted. So that was cool. And also, my sister got me the Slaughter bottle.
ooh.
So now that's just hanging out on my desk for gamer hydration. But yeah, my big exciting thing was actually This is like my sad, big, exciting thing because I'm an adult and like life isn't fun anymore. My sad, big, exciting thing was that I got a cordless Dyson.
That's
That
nothing to be sad about,
And
though.
I gotta say, that shit is a game changer on the stairs.
Yeah.
those things are expensive. Like
Yeah,
I have a regular corded Dyson, but it would be nice to have a corded one.
I love it. And like it's kind of sad that like I used to get excited over like toys, but now I'm getting excited over the fact that I have a new vacuum, but it's
No,
really nice.
no, vacuums. A good vacuum can change your life.
Mhm.
Definitely.
No, I think appliances are where it's at as an adult.
Yeah, appliances and like devices.
Yeah, but devices are also like big with kids.
That's fair.
I went to my brother's on Christmas Day, and the first thing my niece said, who's 9, when she opened the door was, "I got a tablet and a laptop," and then just ran away.
Girl,
Yeah.
my mind was like, and this was like the year that my parents like actually paid off the house. They own their house outright now, so this is why I feel like that Christmas went down the way it did. I was like, my brain was coming out of my ears when I got an Apple Watch as a surprise. And I was 24. What do you mean you're 9 getting a tablet and a laptop?
It's her replacement tablet because the other one she took in the shower and it fell into the tub full of water.
Oof.
That was the one she got last Christmas.
Pardon?
Yeah. But a lot of like I think I can't remember when the first like iPad came out, but it's just that they're more ubiquitous now than they
Oh,
were.
yeah, no, my dad got an iPad for Christmas because my mom was sick of him borrowing her iPad to read the newspaper every morning.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I feel like it used to be a bigger deal when you got something like that, and now it's just like they all have them, all the
Yeah,
kids.
I kind of feel that. Which, like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Not any different than, going back to pick a decade and whatever the hot toy was of the moment, really.
Yeah, I
They just were.
suppose. Um, but in news that is exciting only to me, and I'm counting it as like a late Christmas present, Plagues is finally dropping a full album in 2024. Hell yes, broke out the Plagues shirt for it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this is kind of getting into something that we're going to talk about later tonight. We will be getting the lead singer of Plagues to guest on the podcast at some point. Knocking on wood.
That's awesome.
Hopes are high, hopes are high. But our main activity today is kind of morbid, but I think fun. Because I came across this on Twitter and thought that it would be absolutely genius to talk about this. Where did I? Let me open it in the app, please. Fine, guess I'll die. So this is a tweet from at Big Dybbuk Energy. Love the handle. But it reads, every year me and my friends have a tradition of predicting which celebrities are going to die during that year. We have a dead certain, a maybe, and a wild card. Morbid, but perhaps also great fun. I'm going to agree with that. So the thing I want us to do today is to fill out our celebrity death prediction ballots. Who do we think is absolutely going to die? Who's maybe going to die? And then who's a wild card? I already have 3 picked, and then I have I have Kyle's ballot that I will be sharing with y'all, and one from another friend that I will also be sharing. And there are tons of people in my like various circles who are not involved in this podcast whatsoever. I'm just collecting all of their ballots into a giant notes document on my phone so that I can keep track of it. But I can begin with sharing mine. Here's what I came up with. And just putting this out there, this is not me like wishing death upon these people. Yes, Brooks, thank you for sending that. Yeah,
What did I just click? Ah,
interesting.
go
Yeah,
away thing.
this is not remotely me. Oh, never mind. It's not even showing me the preview. God,
How do
whatever.
I make this go away? Why did this pop out?
Um,
Why did they have to have that down there?
click the little rocket thing again, I think.
No, that just brings up other activities. I've
So,
broken your podcast. I'm so sorry. What can I do? Can I click over here? What
see,
does
I
that do?
don't
Ah,
think you have broken it.
leave activity. Haha.
There we go. Let's see. Well, let me do this now. Open
Other.
preview.
I
You know,
didn't
fine.
want
Never mind. Never mind.
I don't know why they put that there. There's like a huge button on the right.
Couldn't tell you. But yeah, I am not wishing death upon any of these names. I just feel like, and there, I was so careful when I was picking mine too because I didn't want to speak things into existence. Even though I think there are some people who I absolutely love who unfortunately are probably not much longer for this world, but I'm going to keep those names in my mouth. So for dead, for who I think is absolutely going to die in 2024, my dead certain, Jack Nicholson.
Mm,
He's
yeah.
he's retreated completely from the public eye. The little that we have heard about him, he kind of doesn't seem to be doing great. He's 86. I not that I want him dead, but it seems likely.
Mm.
My maybe is Ozzy Osbourne
Mm.
because again, retreated from public eye, doesn't seem like he's doing great, did a shit ton of drugs, but also he's lasted this long.
Yeah, I think he might be immortal.
I can see him persisting for quite some time. And then my wild card is George Santos.
Wouldn't that be? I don't want to say that would be nice. Never mind.
It wouldn't be nice. I mean, it's morbid, but I think it would be really funny, especially if there were some unlikely, strange circumstance, like, I don't know, during liposuction or some shit.
I
Okay.
I would hope it would be something ironic,
Yeah.
like something related to a lie that he's told.
Yeah. So, that's my ballot. And I will be writing down what y'all come up with for the little document that I'm compiling. And we will be keeping track.
Man, that was a good one.
I can also
What do you got,
share
Brooke?
the others that
Dr.
I've gotten
Brooks.
from people.
Can you not be on my face? I'm like so afraid to say certain names.
I know, there's some I was like, I don't want to speak this into existence.
Like to be honest, I don't really pay attention to celebrities like at all. And so like you're mentioning things like retreating from the public eye, I had no idea. You know?
Fair.
So it's hard for me to base my thoughts on those. What I tend to think about are celebrities that I happen to have seen in the past year that I'm like, ooh, they don't look too good.
Mm-hmm.
And those are usually ones that I like. And that's why I've noticed them or paid attention to them, which makes me afraid to say their names and invoke.
That's so fair. I mean, I can share. Here's what Kyle came up with. And again, these are not things that I want necessarily. But his dead certain was, unfortunately, Dick Van Dyke. I can see why he said it. The man is
Yeah.
like 97.
That was on multiple lists on that Twitter thread.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't want it to happen, but statistically, it seems probable. His maybe was Clint Eastwood.
Mm.
And then his wild card was Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't ask. Maybe I should have.
I mean, wild card can really have any justification, or none really.
Mhm.
I mean,
But yeah, the Dick Van Dyke, the Clint Eastwood, I can definitely see it happening. I mean, Clint Eastwood is a, right wing piece of shit at this point, so like whatever.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then in a synchronicity, here's the ballot of a friend from the Ghost group chat that I am in. Their dead certain was Clint Eastwood, so two people apparently have it out for this man. Their maybe was Donald Trump. God, I hope so.
Mm.
And their wild card was Phil Collins.
Okay.
Again, I
Okay.
didn't really ask for any of the reasoning behind these, but that's what we've got. Those are the three ballots that we have available thus far. Mine and two other people's. And I have asked my sister, I asked one of my cousins, I put it in two group chats that I'm in. I'm like, I want names. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody I would say I'm dead certain of. Like,
That's why I'm having difficulty. The dead
yeah,
cert.
like I can think of people that I think are likelier than others, maybe.
I mean, I would
Right.
just say like go with your most likely guess then.
It's I don't want to say them out.
I'm hesitant to say mine, not because, but I don't want to speak it as a possibility, just like you said.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like,
I don't really have a dead certain. I'm going to go with two maybes, I guess. I'm going to break your system. Pick one for me.
Okay, I mean, I'll
Um,
put one as dead certain.
yeah, you pick
And I
one
won't
of the
tell you
two.
what it is so that we're.
That's fine. So Jimmy Carter, because the man's a billion years old.
Oh, that's a. I'm sorry, that's a certain.
yeah,
I
Like,
guess
I'm
he is
so
the dead certain.
sorry.
I guess,
I
yeah,
forgot
no,
he
I
was
guess he is the
that.
dead certain. You're right. You're right. Even in my brain, he's the one I chose to speak of first. So,
And, like,
Yeah,
here's the thing it's not that I want it, but the man
no,
is ancient, and frankly, he's
right.
lived a good life. He's accomplished a
yeah,
lot.
So
that's a
much.
good call.
My maybe then would be Mel Brooks
Okay.
because he's also old and kind of retreating, kind of the same way you talk about Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He's kind of retreating from the spotlight. He's not as big anymore. And my wild card, I want to say Gene Simmons.
Okay.
Man's lived a hard life.
Yeah,
He's
no,
only in
he
his
has.
70s, but you know,
No, I can think of some people
he's
who are, like, again, it's not that I don't like them. They've done some damage to themselves over the years, and they're
yeah.
getting old.
And yeah, Kiss is still touring. So,
Not anymore. They played their
oh,
final
as of
show.
this year. Okay, so why is it their final show?
I mean,
They've been on
again,
their last tour a
they're
million
old.
times. Exactly. So I think one of them can't do it anymore. And if I had to pick, it'd be Gene Simmons because the others, I don't think they've lived as hard a life.
Yeah, okay. I see it. Brooks, I'm sorry
I'm
to make
calling
you,
that.
like, make decisions and say things, but gotta circle it
Bought you
back to
some
you,
time.
bud.
I'm sorry.
You know, I think the reason certain people come to mind again is because I like them and because I have noticed they don't seem great and I'm worried about them.
Right.
That does not necessarily mean that they are more likely, but like there's a certain someone who had a stroke a while back.
Oh, God, yeah, no, I worry about it frequently.
And that's what come into mind. I like that you knew immediately who I meant.
Again, I don't want it to happen, but statistically, it does seem likely.
Like I can't even say it
I
out
can't even
loud.
do it either. Do
You
you want
know,
me to write it down?
just like uh
Now you got me curious because you guys know what you're talking about.
one of his most iconic roles, he wore a corset. We will call it a corset.
Oh no, you're right. But you're
I
so
also I
right.
also worry about the Twin Peaks man because he like still smokes.
Uh, Yeah, I like how we just refuse to say.
Yeah, nope, not. Mm.
I said no, no Brooks out. You- You're making me feel bad.
Okay, here's one that like I'm kind of fine saying because he's kind of a dick. As much as he looks like he's doing good, I will say William Shatner is old.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
he's up there.
yeah, to be honest, that's where the other direction my mind went into was the overall Star Trek universe, is because there are a number of actors in that world who are aging, and yeah, I'm not concerned about Shatner because yeah, all accounts he is a dick, but
Do we want
like
him on? Do you want him on your ballot? Certain, maybe. Hold off unless you think of something else. By the
We
time that this
can-
has aired, these will be locked in and they will be available in a document or something on the podcast drive. But recording this right now on the 27th, you have until it ticks over to 2024 to lock these in.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if we're thinking in the direction of Star Trek, original series actors are going to be,
Yeah.
because we're running out of them. And better Shatner than Takei.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, and he hasn't been in good health for a while, I don't think. So
Are we putting that down as a certain or a maybe if we're putting it
yeah,
down at all?
let's put him in a certain. And as much as I hate to do it, I feel like Tim Curry.
I know. God. I don't
Might
like
be
to
one
think
for
about
that
it,
one.
but
I said it out loud.
you did say it out loud. I don't like to think about it, but unfortunately, his health has declined and he is old to begin with.
Yeah, and I've seen like recent pictures of him. He just does not
He
look
does not
good.
look
I'm
like
like,
he's doing
no.
great. It's incredibly sad.
If he does, well, when he eventually does pass away, whenever it is, because he is mortal, unfortunately. If I have class that day, I'm canceling classes.
No, you
and
absolutely should.
or we'll all just go to class, but use the entire class period to talk about him and show clips and
Yeah. Yeah, no.
memorialize it.
100% the appropriate response. What about your wild card, bestie?
I feel like the wild card in some respects is almost a wish.
A little bit. Who do you wish death
Yeah.
upon?
I'm trying not to pick something that's super obvious, like somebody who's already been mentioned.
Fair.
Not to dig into politics.
I also just think the George Santos thing would be like funny in a fucked up way.
No, I mean Trump.
Also, it would take an entire talking point away from one side.
Yeah.
Everything can't be blamed on paid actors once now.
Yeah,
Not to get all political.
yeah.
I mean, if it's just now dawning on you that this is a very left-leaning podcast,
I'm always very careful at first, just in case.
have you like to the audience? If it's just now dawning on you that this is a very left-leaning podcast, you haven't been paying attention.
Which, yeah, we do try not to like get too into politics
Because it's not fun.
It's kind of serious, yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
exactly.
but it comes through very clearly at the same
I would
time.
agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, who do you maybe wanted a little bit?
Wild card. Oh man, I don't know. I'm having trouble thinking. And this isn't like it isn't like I didn't think about this in advance. I did, and I just don't think about famous people that often.
That's fair. Sometimes it just doesn't cross your mind.
Oh, how is nobody throwing Mitch McConnell in the mix if we're thinking
Yes, I
politics?
was just about to mention that.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, remember he froze on screen?
I feel like he's hung on for so long that like it doesn't seem like a shoe-in. But like, man, if it happened, like it could happen. Maybe.
He's my certain. That's my certain
Okay.
for sure.
I
For
like
sure.
that better.
And you know what? Just to get, I don't want Tim Curry in the list. We'll do Mitch McConnell certain, and then William Shatner as a maybe.
Okay, I like that.
That way, I don't want Tim on.
Now you can get real funky with it.
Yeah, now it's a mix, and really. So I got an actor. I feel like I need a musician in there, maybe an athlete. That could mix up in there, or like just like a really annoying, like reality show persona. Somebody who's I know what I'm gonna put in there. Johnny Knoxville out of left field.
Okay. Yeah, alright, I can see that happening.
Always a chance.
There's a chance.
There's always a chance because he is still doing stupid stuff at his age.
He's still doing stupid stuff, and he did a shit ton of drugs.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like he's gonna surprise us.
It seems highly it seems possible.
It was like, who's somebody who could just like suddenly die and surprise everybody and be like, oh, they were so young, you know? I'm like, yeah, someone who does stupid shit.
Someone who does stupid shit indeed. Sort of prolonging this discussion. Do we have any sort of more general predictions for 2024? Because I have a couple.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is going to be out and proud Satanist runs for office at some level. Maybe they win. And the fact that they run at all is going to cause quite a stir.
Oh, yes. They could
I
be
think,
running for city council in a very small city in rural
yeah,
Kansas, and we will hear about it.
Oh, yeah, no, we will hear about it if that
Yeah.
is the case. So that's one of my predictions. Satanist runs for office, maybe wins.
As they should. Anyone who wants to should run.
yeah.
Give options.
Yeah, precisely.
I feel like that's more likely to happen at like a local level,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Although you've had I can't remember exactly what state it was, but they had the Satanic Temple had their display in the Capitol vandalized, and everyone's like, "Oh, religious freedom, just not for those guys."
Yeah.
So like, it's drawing attention to it. I feel like it could happen.
Yeah. As much as there is prejudice against various religions, there's also prejudice against lack thereof,
Right.
you know? And yeah.
Especially when you do lack thereof, like with black nail polish on.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like secular Satanism, you know? So it's, and yet they're like, okay, you can believe in whatever God you want, you just can't believe in none. Which is just strange.
Hypocritical indeed, but yeah, I feel like it's already in the public eye. It's already in the public consciousness. I feel like it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like in the political realm, we've seen more people of like backgrounds that we have not seen previously, like just broadly speaking, right? Like Pete Buttigieg. Like for the first time, people were like, "Oh yes, this is an openly gay man. We can get behind that." And it's like, really, just now? Just now? Okay.
That's it. Interesting.
I know it's a good sign.
Yeah. It's progress. You know, it's kind of slow going, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Also, in the realm of politics, I think a lot of people are going to get in trouble when that Epstein list drops. Possibly some like very high tier people. Like there's going to be a former president on there. At least one.
Might not necessarily be former, you know.
Yeah.
Just saying. There's going to be more than one person that has been or is currently the president.
Yes.
Guaranteed, no matter who wins the election next year.
Yep.
Now I'm just thinking about politics, which is like,
I know, same. I'm expecting some very weird third party fuckery.
It's an election year, which is why.
Yeah, it's an election year. Expecting some third party weirdness.
I think Donald Trump will be convicted on at least one charge.
Okay, I like that.
Minimum.
That's the kind of thing I would like to speak into existence. I think they're going to try and make a TV show out of the Submarine. The Titanic submarine.
Oh, the dummies.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try and make a TV show out of that.
Like a mini series, maybe.
They're gonna try and make it like the Chernobyl miniseries, but it's not gonna work, like at all.
I feel like they'd start with like a documentary on it first, and then because I feel like when they try to do like not necessarily a fictionalized version of something, but you know like that type of thing, I feel like they wait a little bit.
Yes, but if they do that, it's gonna be in rapid succession, like to the point that it's almost simultaneous. Like they'll shove the documentary in really, really fast. So they can be like, look, we did all the facts and the respectful stuff. Now.
Asylum Films brings you.
Yeah, essentially.
The little submarine that couldn't.
And there's the episode title. Yeah.
my predictions for 2024 are that Elon Musk will finally say something stupid enough that people actually lose respect for him.
Please,
Like,
Christ. Please,
but
Christ. Please,
it's the dumb
Satan.
stuff he says that bothers me. The products are whatever. I don't care. We can debate about that. But
Yeah,
he's just so dumb.
No, he's so stupid.
truly, yeah.
Like, I've never seen. He's one of the worst businessmen I've ever seen. He's like, oh, I'm having all these problems with my advertisers. And then he gets on camera and tells people who are pulling their ads from Twitter to go fuck themselves. You really think that's going to
But,
solve the problem?
yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that man so much.
He probably like listens to Jordan Peterson and how to be an alpha male or something, and
Oh, he
that's
absolutely does. 100%.
But yeah, so I imagine he's going to say something just dumb enough this election cycle,
Ooh,
or in this election.
I think this is another strong possibility. The reveal of a third secret baby from Grimes and Elon Musk.
Mm,
Another like secret surrogate baby like the second one.
okay.
I think that might happen once or twice a year for a while.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's just part of the annual rotation now. Like, look, another one. Oh, okay.
Also George Santos OnlyFans.
Don't say that.
That
Cap-
is not a prediction. That's not real.
Capitalizing on the fact that there have been leaked sex tapes from inside of Congress.
Hmm.
He's gonna try to stay relevant.
Oh, I definitely agree he's going to try to stay relevant, and I'm scared what that's going to look like. Whether it's
Yeah.
OnlyFans or whatever else.
So those are some of my 2024 predictions. I will back off and leave the floor to you two now.
I think we'll start to see our first fully formed laws around AI in general come into place.
Please.
There are specificity to some of the laws targeting things,
Mm.
but I'll see it like more generalized. What can you use AI? And I put it in quotes because it's really just a learning algorithm at this point. It's such an infancy of AI. It's not real AI.
Yeah, no.
It's advanced learning algorithm.
Yeah, it is essentially like the most advanced, like, predictive text.
Right. Just it's super advanced for it, but
Which, like,
it is not.
technologically, that's kind of cool, but also, like, it's not
Right.
it's not remotely what we've named it.
Right. But like we'll start to see generalized laws that really handle the whole copyright situation. Like right now it's just so vague and nobody owns the rights to it. Well, does the people who generated the AI own the image? Who owns the image? So we'll see something.
I gotta say,
somewhere.
I do miss that era of, like, when people were just kind of playing around with the really basic AI image generators, and it was like these like kind of shitty blob things that couldn't be anything but AI, where people would just type in like secret horses
Yeah.
and the result would be like funny. Like when we had Tim Meredith on the podcast, we were just fucking around with like the dolly or whatever, and they were all super blurry and clearly like not clearly not like, oh, this is trying to mimic someone's art so I don't have to pay for it. He just typed in like I think one of the things he typed in was unfortunate horse, and it was just this weird funny looking horse shaped blob. I miss that. That was fun.
Fun time, yeah. Fun era. It wasn't that long ago.
I know, it was such a short lived era too, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But God, for a brief shining moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. In some ways I love technology and the way it makes our lives easier, the cool things it makes possible, but at the same time I just really fucking hate it, you know?
And isn't that just the bitch of being alive?
Yeah. Simultaneously loving and hating everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
The AI laws, I can definitely see that happening, and God, I hope it does.
Yeah, it's complicated though. I don't know how they're gonna like the wording is gonna be real tricky.
That's why I'm not a
come on, they're
lawyer.
not gonna worry about that. they're gonna pass it with no knowledge of it whatsoever, as they
Oh, yeah.
usually do.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's not like
They'll
they
just
get
be
experts to write the laws. That would be silly.
like, we don't need to know about this. We have common sense. We can just figure it out. It's like, but
Yeah,
but
that's
then
what
they
that
don't.
was.
Surprise. And, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, effectiveness of such laws to be seen.
well, yeah, that's a whole separate argument. Yeah.
I like these though. What else we got? I'm digging this energy.
Ooh.
I mean, I definitely think when we get to the elections later in the year, there's going to be even more states that legalize recreational. Wow, recreational. Wow, I did it again. Recreational cannabis.
There you go. You did it.
I'm
Yeah.
blending the two words.
Yeah, that's another one that weirdly behind the times.
Yeah.
You know, well, over here we have Colorado, which says I don't care, use magic mushrooms, and over here we have Alabama, which says if you smoke weed, you go to jail.
I think we're going to see a lot more
What?
states legalizing psychedelics.
I think so too, but my point is just like how far behind.
No,
some
it's
of them
wild.
are.
It's so wild.
Yeah.
I'm also maybe, I hope, maybe 2024 is the year for federal legalization of marijuana.
Possible.
It could happen.
Yeah. Again, I just got back from Ohio a couple of hours ago, and there was a big billboard in my hometown that said like "Vote No on issue 2," and it had like the cannabis leaf with the line through it and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, buddies, you lost that one. Keep it down."
Lost that one big time.
Could this be the year we get rid of daylight saving?
Please.
Oh, please. Oh, it's so stupid.
Please, Satan.
Like, it's been talked about enough. They talked about it like actually in Congress. Like,
No one wants it. No one likes this. Free us.
literally nobody. Yeah.
Like,
I
it shouldn't look like this.
I'm hopeful.
Free us.
Locking that in. That is a prediction.
I like it. That's a good one.
I was just thinking, like, what are other ways we're behind on the times that hopefully we'll catch up on with this year?
Yeah, this is just... This could quickly become complaints about America corner.
Well, but ones that seem like they're even possible. Like,
Yeah.
in the near future.
I would like to say, like, improved public transport, but I don't know.
No, that's not gonna happen.
It's not a thing that we care about in this country. We were tricked by the automotive industry lobby back in the 30s and 40s, and we never got out of it.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I would like to say will happen this year that would improve the country and the world, but
Yeah, I think the only one that might be even remotely achievable is weed, and it's probably going to be like a sad consolation prize for electing another gently alive corpse.
That is an accurate description of our political landscape.
Is that they'll throw a joint at us to make us feel a little better, so maybe we'll shut up about it for a while.
I am so tired of old white men.
I'm so tired of the gerontocracy.
With old white men. Just anything else, any other combination of age, race, gender.
No, I'm so tired of it.
One thing about it this next time. Just one.
Just one of those attributes. Can it just be different? Just one. Doesn't matter which one even.
But yeah, I think 2024 is going to be the year that we get federally legalized recreational cannabis as a sad consolation prize for being forced to choose between, again, two old, white, gently alive corpses.
Yeah. I don't care who wins in that scenario. They're not surviving 4 years.
Oh, no,
Like,
not even
not going to
remotely.
make it.
Actually, that's another good prediction. A president dies in office.
If it's these two candidates, yes, that's a great prediction.
Very possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's not quite a 2024 prediction. I think it would be, I mean, not gonna lie, it would be really fucking funny
win and then die before taking office.
Or like a couple days in.
I was gonna say it depends on which person it is and the timing of said person.
Like before the year is out. I think it'd be kind of funny. But future prediction, definitely a president dies in office.
Well, yeah, there's a pattern here. It's
Oh,
older
yeah.
and older. We took a little break where we were like, hey, how about the young half black man? And then
And they were like, never mind.
Well,
Yeah.
that was so upsetting that we went hard back to the old way.
Yep. Even like, can we actually make them older than they were before?
Yeah, let's make it even worse.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like, I understand experience is important, but also like a pulse is important.
I'm also just trying to think about any kind of like crazy pop culture thing that I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that. How to word this? I think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to finally implode.
Oh, yes, I want the Marvel bubble to
Fucking hope
collapse.
so.
I need it.
Hate it so much.
I
Carbon
keep
copy, bullshit cookie cutter movies.
I keep seeing like like I follow my like entertainment sort of magazines, websites on Twitter and such, and I keep seeing posts about like, oh, like the Robert Eggers Nosferatu has like Willem Dafoe playing a deranged vampire hunter. Like we're so close. We are just on the edge of breaking back into real fucking cinema.
Yeah.
Like it's already happening like in these little pockets, but like the movies are so back. I can just taste it becoming mainstream again.
It's nice. We are getting a few real films.
Like there's some weird fucking movie coming out where like Olivia Colman plays like this weird lonely widow who commissions like a husband to be built out of wicker, and the husband is like Dev Patel. Cinema is so back.
I'm just like picturing.
Yeah, it sounds weird
Sick.
as all fuck,
Yeah.
and I'm so here for it.
When you say a man made out of wicker, all I can think of is Wicker Man. And
Not the bees!
So, man, if you will.
But yeah.
Nicolas Cage. That's a prediction for 2024. Nicolas Cage stars in an actual good movie again.
Oh, just watch Pig.
I don't know what that is. But also, that's not in 2024, is it?
You're right, it's not in 2024. Yes, I would love to see another great Nicolas Cage performance in 2024. That would be fantastic. But they are out there, and I will give you several recommendations.
Okay. Because, like,
Yeah,
I don't remember
We are
anything
we are
post-
connoisseurs
early
of the Nick
2000s.
Cage film.
Yeah, I mean, we have done a Nick Cage film in a live stream for like all of November and December, last December as well, and a couple mixed in here and there. But we also did Wicker Man last month.
And like
Oh,
that
that's
sucked.
funny.
It sucked ass. But like Mandy, I love that movie.
Yeah, I actually liked Mom and Dad, probably the best of them.
Yeah, there's good shit out there.
And those were all like recent ones. The
Mhm.
Man, yeah, not bad. Yeah, there's a lot of good Nick Cage. I think the ones that are better are the ones that are known less somehow.
Because
think that's
the
probably
bad
what it is.
performances are the most memeable.
Yeah,
He's enjoyably bad, though. I've said this before about Nick Cage. When a movie sucks, it's almost never Nick Cage's fault.
No.
He Nick Cage's in the movie.
Yo,
No, that was
The
our
movie's
main
just a bad
complaint.
movie.
That was our main complaint about The Wicker Man, because like there are a couple things where like had he been surrounded by people who gave even half of a fuck, I would have excused some less than stellar acting choices, but like he was the only person on that entire set who was trying at all. Everyone was just giving him nothing.
Yeah, he was talking to wet blankets the whole movie.
Yeah.
And if they had just done one thing that I would ask, cut. Let's do that scene again. This time, try just screaming instead of the bees, not the bees. That's
But yeah,
so bad.
like
Just scream this time. Somebody wrote that line for him.
no, I know.
They put that into him.
No, when a movie is bad, it is literally almost never Nick Cage's fault.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So that's why I want there to be a new masterpiece. And I'll
And-
check out the other ones you mentioned.
Oh, yes,
will, 'cause I love
absolutely.
Nick Cage.
oh yeah, we've seen a lot of Nick Cage movies.
Oh my god, I watched Moonstruck the other night for our final stream of December. I'm so excited to talk about these last two movies. I'm so excited. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Or it will have been fucking awesome by the time that you are viewing this.
Yeah. Moonstruck and Wild at Heart.
Exciting times all around. Does anyone have any more predictions? Because if not, I would like to move into our 2024 podcast goals. This is our wrapping up the year episode.
Yes, because it's our last recording of the year, even though it comes out in the new year.
But I mean, I think that makes us seem right on top of things. Beginning the new year with a reflection. I want to get one Patreon subscriber. That's my goal.
I feel like you said that last year.
I probably did, and maybe that's kind of sad, but I would like to get one Patreon subscriber, and I would like to add the caveat that I want it to be organic. Not that I would not appreciate any person that I know, like, in real life subscribing to the Patreon. That would, like, be absolutely fantastic, but I would like to get one person that I don't know who's just like, I like these two idiots. Let me give them $5.
So, but Bridget, what does your Patreon come with?
Our Patreon comes with, you get early access to episodes depending on the tier. You get different levels of bonus content. You get access to our backlog of streams no matter what level you subscribe at. And at the higher levels, you get bonus rambles, which is the stuff we say before and after episodes sometimes that doesn't make the cut. You get access to exclusive communities in the Discord. You get you can make requests. So if you have, like, if you and your friends are fighting about something in real life and you want to be like, hey, we want your opinions, talk about this.
I never thought about submitting ideas to you guys.
Oh, please.
This is a whole new world.
We will fucking take them. But yeah, so much fun to be had over on the Patreon if you have anywhere in the range of $5 to $10 to, I believe it is $20 to spare.
That's a bargain.
I'd like to imagine so.
Yeah, and we're on the rise because we've been hearing from complete strangers who are just like, oh yeah, I just came across you.
It's kind of nuts actually. Like, even when it's like one single person who's like, yeah, like from like the QR code or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, we did it. So yeah, that's my goal, is to get one organic Patreon subscriber that's not like, I mean, again, if someone I know in real life, if like a friend or like my boyfriend were to subscribe to the Patreon, I would appreciate that so much. But the goal is one patron.
Yeah, and the plan is we're gonna hit Saratoga Springs Comic-Con hard this May.
Yes, and I did recently. I heard back from Jen. Our table and panel proposals are being passed along to the con owner, so
Yay!
There's hope.
But if you don't get a table, you're always welcome at our table.
I mean, I already hijacked it last year. It was great.
Yeah, well, I have a wonderful time.
We had a blast.
And it'll be a big party because I don't care what happens, I'm not missing another one. Next
Oh, Brooks, I had an idea today, TM, that I was gonna wait to share, but since we're on the subject, if you plan on reviving Power at any point, I'm gonna be the violence fiend.
I do love the violence fiend. Yeah, go violence fiend. You can handle masks like I can.
Yes, I can.
Like, I would love to do the violence fiend, I just couldn't wear a mask all day.
So yeah, there's a potential cosplay preview for anyone who may be watching this, but yeah. My other podcast goals are, I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the episode, really hoping to get Zolothra, the lead singer of Plagues, on the podcast as a guest. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we will work that out. And this is an insane reach goal, but I'm putting it out there anyway because I think I said this before, just because I think this guy, Like, regardless of the fact that I like a lot of the things that he's done, I just think this dude would be fun to talk to. I want Josh Groban on this fucking podcast.
Hmm.
He strikes me as a dude who has some opinions.
Yeah. And you can be like, hey, do you remember me? I talked about Great Comet and you seem surprised. So at least there's like a thing.
Yeah, I would like to get Josh Groban on the podcast, and maybe slightly less of a reach. I would like to collab with Johannes Eckerstrom of the Metal Break podcast, who you may also know as the lead singer of Avatar.
Hmm.
So, those are my goals. Some perhaps more reasonable than others, but there you have it. What about you two?
Podcast.
I mean, yeah, do you have anything that you want for the podcast that I have not said? Or, like, again, because I'm talking about, like, you know, getting guests that are slightly more in my wheelhouse than yours. I would assume that you have some ideas as well. I'm not trying to, like, run the entire show and, like, not let you have any input.
Well, I've talked before about contacting the host of the True Crime Garage podcast.
I feel like that's
So,
achievable. I really do. I think we can do it.
yeah, they're super nice guys, and they do a lot of work with like various community members and things like that. I think that they would.
Hi, Luna.
I'm trying to pretend that she's not doing this.
It's fine.
I think the back of my chair is like this thick. How are you?
He does the same thing to me. There's claw marks in the back of my chair.
Yeah, but yours is soft. This is just hard plastic.
I don't know, bro. It's because she, like, weighs nothing. There's nothing.
True.
She's
She
like,
is so-
she's fur and air.
Their own
Yeah.
physics. They don't follow normal physics.
Especially this one.
She's special.
She's weird.
Love it.
Bye.
But yeah, I think that's an achievable goal for us.
Yep. Yeah, so I think it's mostly about guests, increasing listener base. Lots of little random ideas for how to do those things.
We're trying, folks.
Efforts are being made.
What about you, Arthur?
Was worried that was coming.
Sorry.
So, over at Big Dumb Monsters, obviously our goals are to continue to grow, get guests, hit the monetizing level. We're so close on Twitch. We're now multi-streaming on YouTube. We're trying to get Facebook and Instagram working too.
Nice.
So, but it's nice that we're live streaming on both at the same time. Although it splits the viewership, but so it hurts our monetizing goal. But I'd rather people see it at the end of the day over the monetizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's goal number one. It's always a priority for us. We improve our studio every chance we get. And goal number two, I've written out at least half a dozen episodes for my Regrettable Reviews spin-off show.
Yes.
I just want to make the episodes. I just have to sit down and do them. Do I do them live or do I pre-record and upload them? I don't know. That's the hard, just figuring that out. Like, how do we want to do this? How are we going to do it? I already bought the domain for the page for it.
Potential hot take.
It's just a coming soon splash page.
Potential hot take. Record a couple in advance, and then maybe do like on a 5 or a 10 or a whatever. Do like live special and see how it plays out.
Fair enough. Yeah.
A
Maybe that's what I'll do.
suggestion.
Just bang out the ones I've already written, and then see how they're taken when I release them once a week or whatever. Yeah. But it is an overarching whole. I want to continue to grow the Big Dumb Monsters brand with the Big Dumb Monsters who couldn't be here today. I want to see them, realize their potential and get more guests. I think that would be really fun. We're doing more live shows.
Hell yeah.
We're doing one later this year. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about where it is, so I'm not going to specify, but it will be very fun.
I'm so here for that.
Yeah. So, I want to do more of that, do location shots for our live shows, get better guests on. Not better, sorry. I don't mean to disparage our guests. More new guests on. It's fine to get some repeats too. Totally fine with that. You get your classics, Um, but just spread out there. So yeah, that's our goals.
I
My
like it.
goals.
Love to see it. And now we're going to pivot into from our aspirations, ways that we want to be better, to how are we worse? How are we worse this week, friends? I started playing Mario Odyssey again.
Yeah, I abandoned that. I gotta get back to it.
I haven't played a new Mario game in so long. I played Mario RPG. I never played Mario 64 or any of the ones after that.
I played both Super Mario Galaxies, and I love Mario Odyssey so much. I don't know
That's
why
a
I
lot.
decided
A
to.
little bit of Paper Mario.
I don't know why I decided to pick my Switch back up after like an extended break, but I did it, and now it's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is just hyper specific to me. Girl, help! I've listened to Sun Eater by Lorna Shore like 5 times today. It's like a 7 minute like symphonic deathcore song. Help!
Luna's causing trouble.
Fun. So, yeah.
How was I worse this week? I had to go back to work. That's
You
worse.
really hate to see it.
They pay me, which is nice.
It
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
I do work from home most of the time, so it's literally the work computer's here.
It'd
But
be like that sometimes.
it do be like that sometimes.
Brooks, how about you?
Um,
How are you? Unless you have more ways that you're worse, Arthur, please continue sharing.
well, I was going to say the only other way that I was worse is continuing to have undiagnosed mental health issues.
Love it. So cute.
Now they're diagnosed.
Maybe
So we're
that.
good.
Oh,
Oh, now
nice.
diagnosed. Nice.
Hey! So
Congrats.
I'm much better these days.
Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Control
So
the
this
brain worms.
last week.
We love it. Yeah, Brooks, how are you worse this week, bestie?
So we have company, which means you're not allowed to yell at me because that would be rude to do in front of a guest.
Not a guest, I'm family.
He said it.
I don't know. I usually insert myself places and then just see if it works.
I love it. I do the same thing.
Yeah, because there was a thing last week that I said repeatedly I wasn't gonna do. Yeah,
How
I
big?
bought. It's very big. Massive is the word, I think. Yeah, I bought another 3D printer.
Whoa, holy shit.
What, you didn't know there was a soundboard in Discord?
No.
Oh,
I assumed I had to do that through Streamlabs. I'm an idiot.
yeah, no, there's a soundboard in Discord that they play over.
Wow, I'm gonna start playing with that a lot. Anyway,
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
thank you.
See, this is why you need a producer.
The slot is open. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Take it.
Let's talk off the air.
We'll make a podcast network. It'll be great. How big? How big is massive?
I mean, I don't know what measurement you're looking for here, like the build volume, because I only know it in millimeters.
How much
which I don't know.
space in your apartment is this taking up?
Well, I don't have it yet. It's coming tomorrow. And I was reading online trying to figure out, like, from people that have it, like, what size table, how much space you need for it. And I came across a Reddit thread where a guy said that basically you need a space that is 2 feet by 3 feet.
Oh my god.
So Elphaba's tank.
It might be a bit bigger.
Okay, so you're printing my Violence Fiend mask, first of all.
But again, I haven't seen it in person yet. This is just based on what other people have said. So I'll see tomorrow how big it really is. It's going to be in a lot of pieces. It's going to take a while to put together. It's a lot more complicated than one. But yeah, it's huge, so I can print bigger things and much faster. Because that was the thing that, like, this one's great. It just, there were things I wanted to print that it wasn't big enough to print. And so when I saw this one that was not only way bigger, but also prints at like 5 to 10 times the speed of this one, I can crank out the stuff for our table at Saratoga Comic Con much more quickly.
Okay.
So I kept saying I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Our table that we are not yet guaranteed, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yes. But the plan.
Speak it into existence. Will
yeah.
Yes. Because importantly, this means that I can make the sign that I was going to make for a table bigger.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm worse not just because now I am the owner of 2 3D printers for some reason, but worse because this one is more advanced than my current one, not as beginner friendly, and I'm going to have to really do a deep dive to figure out how to use it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I can see how that's definitely worse.
Oh, I'm going to be so much worse. Just you wait. Until next time you talk to me, I'll have used it.
Oh, next week is going to be fun.
Oh no, tomorrow. I'll have used it before the stream tomorrow, so.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Anything else, or just that?
Mainly that. I got a filament dryer for Christmas. That's pretty exciting. Also 3D printing related, though.
I'm not even going to ask.
Because humidity is the enemy of your 3D printing filament.
Noted.
And so you keep it in like vacuum sealed storage if you're smart, which I do, but it still gets moisture, between packagings, and so it's to dry it out so it, fuses better without as much stringing and layer adhesion issues.
Okay.
It's simple.
I know you did. And let's keep it like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, with all of that being said, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope your year is off to a great start, and we will see you all next week. Adios.
In the air.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks, featuring special guest Arthur Gibson. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Follow us on Twitter at brkelly98 and at AnnSarahSaid. You can also check out Arthur's podcast, Regrettable Reviews, on your favorite listening platform. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch and Facebook, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature, or consider donating to our Patreon for early access to episodes and fun bonus content. Thanks for listening!